You just spent $70,000 on the world's toughest truck, but inside your engine, a $10 plastic part is currently melting. While Ford's marketing team talks about best-in-class towing, their engineers are quietly hiding a flaw that turns these engines into paperweights before 60,000 miles. Most people pick the wrong engine and pay the Ford tax in repairs, but today I'm showing you the one secret engine that's actually built to last 300,000 miles. The Ford F-Series has been the king for 47 years, but king doesn't mean invincible. If you go to a dealership right now, you'll see 2.7-liter EcoBoosts, 3.5-liter Monsters, the 5-liter Coyote V8, and the new PowerBoost hybrids. On paper, they look amazing, but if you look at the service bays, you'll see a different story. There's a phenomenon happening right now that mechanics call the early death. We are seeing trucks that haven't even had their third oil change coming in with catastrophic internal failures. Why? Because Ford is playing a dangerous game. They're trying to squeeze 400 horsepower out of engines the size of a soda bottle, all while meeting strict emissions laws that force them to use materials that, well, let's just say they weren't meant for a work truck.
The 2.7-liter Nano, the surprising truth. Let's start with the baby engine, the 2.7-liter EcoBoost. For years, people laughed at this engine. It's too small for a truck, they said. But here's the first mystery cotton for you. The smallest engine in the lineup might actually be the strongest. The 2.7-liter is built with compacted graphite iron. That's the same material used in the 6.7-liter Power Stroke diesel. It's a mini diesel design. However, even this strong engine has an Achilles heel that can kill it in a weekend. Between 2021 and 2022, a batch of these engines left the factory with brittle intake valves. Imagine driving down the highway at 70 miles per hour, and a valve, a piece of metal responsible for your engine's breathing, simply snaps. It drops into the cylinder, and in less than a second, your engine is shredded from the inside out. Ford had to recall over 700,000 vehicles for this. If you're buying a used F-150 from these years, and you don't check the VIN for this specific valve issue, you aren't buying a truck, you're buying a $15,000 repair bill. The oil pan scandal. But the problems aren't just in the valves. We need to talk about the plastic revolution. In an effort to save weight and hit fuel economy targets, Ford replaced the traditional metal oil pans with plastic ones. Think about that. The heart of your engine's lubrication system is held together by a plastic tub and a bit of silicone. Over time, the heat cycles of a twin-turbo engine cause that plastic to warp. It starts as a drip, then it's a puddle. If you don't catch it, your turbos starve of oil, they overheat, and they send metal shards directly into your engine's bloodstream. This is why modern F-150s fail. It's not because the design is bad, it's because the disposable parts are failing the permanent parts. The cam phaser nightmare and the V8 oil crisis. If the 2.7L is the mini diesel, the 3.5L EcoBoost is the heavy lifter. It's the engine that made people realize a V6 could out-tow a V8. But if you own one, you've likely heard it, that terrifying rattle on a cold start. It sounds like a bag of marbles being thrown into a blender for about 3 seconds, and then silence. That sound is the cam phaser death rattle. Inside your 3.5L, the cam phasers are responsible for adjusting the valve timing. They rely on oil pressure to lock into place. But here's the engineering failure. The internal locking pin is made of a metal that, in many model years, simply wasn't hard enough. Over time, the pin wallows out its hole. When you turn your truck off, the oil drains out. When you start it back up, those phasers are flopping around dry until the oil pressure hits them. Here is the mystery cotton truth Ford doesn't want you to know. Despite thousands of complaints and a customer satisfaction program, this was never an official safety recall. If you are out of warranty, you are looking at a $3,000 to $5,000 repair. And here's the kicker. Mechanics have reported that even after fixing them with the same OEM parts, the rattle often comes back 20,000 miles later. Ford updated the part design in 2020 and again for the 2024 model year,
But for those of you buying 2017 to 2023 models, you are essentially driving a ticking bomb. If you hear that rattle, your timing is jumping. If it jumps too far, your pistons meet your valves, and your engine and your bank account are officially deleted.
The 5.0-liter Coyote, the V8 that drinks like a sailor. Just buy the V8, they said. It's simpler, they said. The 5.0-liter Coyote is a legendary engine. It sounds incredible, and it's a favorite for enthusiasts. But in 2018, Ford introduced something called plasma wire arc transfer, a fancy way of saying they removed the heavy iron cylinder liners and sprayed a thin coating of metal directly onto the aluminum blocks to save weight. The result? A massive oil consumption crisis. Owners began reporting that their brand new V8 trucks were consuming a quart of oil every 1,000 miles. Where was it going? It wasn't leaking on the ground, it was being sucked past the piston rings and burned in the combustion chamber. Ford's fix was a software update to change the vacuum pressure in the engine. Let that sink in. They tried to fix a mechanical hardware issue with a computer code. While it helped some, many Gen 3 and Gen 4 Coyote owners still report their trucks drinking oil. If you don't check your oil every single Sunday, you could be running your reliable V8 bone dry without even knowing it. The 10-speed ghost in the machine. Now, let's talk about the part that connects these engines to the wheels, the 10R80 transmission. Whether you have the V8 or the EcoBoost, you likely have this 10-speed gearbox. Right now, in 2026, Ford is fighting massive class action lawsuits because of this transmission. Users are reporting harsh shifts that feel like being rear-ended by a semi-truck. There are reports of trucks lunging forward in traffic or slipping between 4th and 5th gear. The problem? The CDF clutch drum. A small sleeve inside this drum can slide out of place, blocking oil passages and causing the transmission to lose its mind. In fact, just recently, a 2026 F-150 owner reported a total transmission failure at just 106 miles. That is not wear and tear. That is what engineers call infant mortality, a manufacturing defect so deep that the truck dies before it even leaves the neighborhood.
The hybrid headache and the silent engine killer. In 2021, Ford introduced the PowerBoost Hybrid. It promised the world 430 horsepower, 570 pound-feet of torque, and the ability to power your house during a blackout with Pro Power on board. But as a YouTube coach, I have to give it to you straight. Complexity is the enemy of reliability. The PowerBoost takes the already complicated 3.5-liter EcoBoost with its twin turbos and cam phaser history and adds a 35-kilowatt electric motor and a liquid-cooled lithium-ion battery. Early owners have reported ghost codes, the truck refusing to start or showing hybrid system failures that even master technicians can't diagnose on the first try. One of the most common issues? The heat exchanger. On some 2021 to 2024 models, the exhaust heat exchanger, which helps warm the engine and provide cabin heat, can leak internally. This leads to coolant entering the exhaust system, causing white smoke and, if left unchecked, an overheated hybrid battery. Ford has pushed several software updates to 2025 and 2026 models to manage the battery better, but here's the truth. If you plan on keeping your truck for 15 years, the PowerBoost is a massive gamble. When that battery or the integrated inverter fails outside of warranty, you aren't just looking at a repair, you're looking at a financial disaster. Auto Start-Stop, the silent killer. Now, let's talk about a feature found in almost every modern F-150, Auto Start-Stop. Ford tells you this saves 5 to 10% on fuel. What they don't tell you is what it's doing to your internal engine bearings. In a traditional engine, the most wear occurs during the start phase. Why? Because when the engine is off, the oil drains away from the bearings. For a split second during startup, you have metal-on-metal contact before oil pressure is established. A truck without this feature might start 50,000 times in its life.
A truck with this feature will start over 500,000 times. Even with modern anti-friction coatings on the bearings, that is 10 times the mechanical stress. We are seeing premature main bearing wear in high-mileage trucks that spent their lives in city traffic. My expert advice? There is a button on your dash to turn this off. Use it. Or better yet, buy a $20 eliminator plug that keeps it off permanently. Your starter, your battery, and your crankshaft will thank you. The 2026 update. Has Ford finally fixed it? You might be wondering, has Ford learned their lesson? The answer is mostly. By late 2023, Ford finally updated the 10-speed transmission with the JL3Z 7H351-B CDF clutch drum. This new part has a lip, or a step, that prevents the internal sleeve from walking and blocking the oil ports. If you are buying a 2024, 2025, or 2026 model, your transmission is significantly safer than the 2017 to 2022 versions. Furthermore, the 2024 Plus 3.5-liter EcoBoost uses a revised cam phaser design that mechanics are calling the real fix. But, and this is a big but, we are still seeing small issues with valve springs on some 2025 models. The mystery cotton is starting to unravel. Ford isn't building bad engines, they are building tight engines. They have zero margin for error. If you follow Ford's recommended 10,000-mile oil change interval, you are asking for trouble. So, if the hybrid is too complex, the V8 drinks oil, and the 3.5-liter has a history of rattles, which one is left? There is one engine in the Ford lineup that mechanics actually own. It's the Underdog. In the final part, I am going to reveal the only engine you should buy if you want to reach 300,000 miles, and the 3 maintenance must-dos that Ford doesn't put in the manual. The 300,000-mile winner, and the mechanic's secret. We've seen the cam phaser rattles of the 3.5-liter, we've seen the oil thirst of the 5.0-liter V8, and we've seen the terrifying complexity of the Power Boost hybrid. So, who is left standing? The winner, and the engine that master mechanics actually buy with their own money, is the 2.7-liter EcoBoost V6. I know, it sounds crazy. It's the smallest engine in the lineup. But here's the mystery cotton reason why it outlasts the others. It's the only gasoline engine in Ford's fleet built like a heavy-duty diesel. The 2.7-liter uses a compacted graphite iron block. This material is twice as strong as standard aluminum and much more resistant to the heat cycling that causes head gasket failures. Unlike the 3.5-liter, which uses a traditional two-piece block, the 2.7-liter is a deep-skirt, compact design that handles boost without breaking a sweat. In fact, there is a 2026 case study of a hotshot driver who used a 2.7-liter EcoBoost to haul light freight across the country. He hit 400,000 miles on the original turbos. The secret wasn't just the iron block, it was how he treated the Ford tax.